I am coming. Oh, hang on. Thank you. Yeah, please do. Hang on. This is there. Hi. Come in.
Am I right to come in?
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want me to pull you?
No, no.
Sure? Have a minute, Marie.
As soon as I get onto the smooth floor, it'll roll. I just
Do you want me to just sit you off?
carpet. It's a joke. Honestly, this place is a joke.
There you go.
I'm sorry about this state
No,
of it,
no,
but
don't worry.
I'm
Don't
so
worry.
sore. I can't.
Yeah, I know.
You have no idea. I got. Please, can we solve these problems?
Alright.
Please, can we just solve these problems?
I wish we could. I wish it was that easy to solve. Marie, I've been in touch with adult social care
Yeah.
about a potential wheelchair. Because they're standard units, no wheelchair is fine.
That's exactly what I've been
Yeah,
saying. This is not
yeah.
wheelchair
No.
accessible accommodation.
Right, okay. With regard to that, Marie,
Mm-hmm.
obviously my team provide for temporary accommodation,
Yeah.
and we provide it for our homeless families, and we also provide it for the local offices where they need a decant, which is exactly what we were asked to provide for yourself.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, because it's emergency temporary accommodation, this was all we had at the time.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to have to do, Marie, because obviously it's not suitable for your needs.
It's not, no.
Right, so I'm going to have to go back to the locals and say, this isn't suitable, Marie's really struggling, we
Okay.
need to get something.
There's a small problem with that.
Right,
I stayed here for several months in 2020, right next door.
right, okay.
So Sandwell Council were well aware before I got sent here this time that this place is not wheelchair accessible and that I am not able to be independent here, because the last time I was here I had to have someone supervise me in the fucking shower
Right,
because there wasn't any grab rails, right,
Yeah.
for my own safety,
yeah,
and I had to have someone cook for me.
yeah,
And I'm being sued for the care charges to pay for that, even though I'm perfectly capable of doing those things independently.
yeah,
I'm unable to access support with paperwork in order to challenge that, because that help comes through the local authority and is being repeatedly refused.
yeah,
And you're now telling me that despite knowing that this place was not going to be an appropriate place for me to stay, you're going to leave me here, seeing the state that I'm in, while you faff around trying to find something appropriate. Can you not just call local hotels and find the nearest place that has got a wheelchair accessible bedroom that I can go to today? Because I've got a crisis team trying to find a bed, not because I'm crazy or anything, but because I'm in so much fucking pain, I can't bear it.
okay, alright.
I cannot express just how much my spine is hurting right now, because crawling around on my hands and knees at the age of nearly 50 with a spinal cord injury is no way to spend my days.
No. No.
I apologise profusely for raising my voice.
No, I get
But
it, Marie. I get
am-
why you're angry. I get why you're angry.
Yes.
I do.
So
I do.
I'm
have to
happy
go
enough
first.
to trundle over to the leisure centre to use
Yes,
the toilet
you've just
and the
been up
shower
there,
if
yeah.
that's possible.
Yeah, it is.
I can get drinks over there, hopefully,
Yeah.
while I'm there.
Yeah.
We need a solution for food, and then we're good to go, because I've just had a massive argument with 111 she's saying, but I need to make a safeguarding referral because you're telling me that you're not eating, and I'm saying there's no point in doing that because they all end up with the same local authority.
Yeah.
Don't waste my time with that. All I need is pain relief. Can we please just stick to that?
Yeah.
Now, if she's making it another safeguarding referral, which is obviously a complete waste of time,
They were due where anyway, because I phoned adult social care this
I
morning.
know there's been
About-
9 referrals made to them since
about-
November. Everyone from
Talking
Cornwall
about the
Police
solution
to it.
about you eating, what's being offered to me, and like you've already just mentioned that, like, you know, you're challenging about care costs.
Right, so I definitely don't want anything.
You don't.
Right, I don't want
Even
carers
if it's
because
free
they're
for a
not.
little period to do your food prep.
The thing with that is that I'm perfectly capable of being independent, right? I was living in a caravan in Cornwall, a regular
Yeah.
caravan, not a
Yeah.
wheelchair one.
How did you get in and out of that? Marie?
There's 2 steps and a door that wide. Now,
Yeah.
if I hold
So
on
you
to the
can get
door,
onto it.
I
Yeah.
can have 2 sides.
Yeah.
I step up. To get back down, I had to hold on, like grip, bad leg down first,
Yeah.
bad leg down on the floor, bad leg down. If I had a bad day, a day where I would use the wheelchair in a place like this,
Yeah.
I just didn't go outside. And so, if I'm in a place like this and I have a bad day and I'm using the chair, transfer into the chair, wheel to the toilet, transfer onto the toilet. That's sort of 2 motions.
Yeah.
In the caravan, where saying that's the bed, the door there to the toilet, and the toilet was right there. So on a bad day, I sat up on the bed, opened the door, stood up, and the toilet was right there. All I had to do was turn around and stick my bum
I'm
out.
asking this and I'm not being rude.
Yeah, no, it's so
Can
you
you
understand.
stand at all?
I can,
Very,
usually I
very-
can walk around. I mean, I had physio while I was in Cornwall, and
Yeah.
at Easter last year I managed to walk 50 metres even without my
Oh,
stick
okay.
because
Yeah.
I was practicing. I had to do 25 metres to a table
Yeah.
and 25 back
Yeah.
with a cup in my hands. That was the whole point of the physio, was rehab. When I came here, well, on February the 10th this year, King Charles, the Prime Minister, and the Deputy Prime Minister saw me walking around Newquay Orchard because I was invited to be there as part of a visit from the Duchy of Cornwall. Now, I was so happy to be digging around in the flower beds
Yeah.
that I lost track of what was going on around me. Looked up at one point to find King Charles looking at me like he was jealous of me because I was there, you know,
Doing
or either that or like, what the hell is she doing? Because of the way that I have to push myself up and down and
Yeah.
use what's around me.
Yeah.
I have my wheelchair next to me. And we hadn't known who was going to come. I was actually hoping it was William and Catherine.
Yeah.
So, but he had the kindest eyes. So we just made eye contact, and then I sort of went, you know, like scared chicken in the headlights or whatever. But it was lovely. So I did look to my right, but a bunch of people were standing in front of my chair, and I didn't get to talk to him. But it was like the fact that I've literally been seen walking just a few weeks ago by 3 of the most important people in the country, and yet now I can't even. I mean, I can't.
What did you
I
do?
need crutches because
Yeah.
my back's hurting too much right now. But my
Have
crutches.
you got your crutches?
No, because I haven't needed them since I did rehab, and they're in
They've been
storage
used.
down in Cornwall.
Oh, right, okay.
I've just been using one hiking stick when I walk,
Yeah.
and then I've got my chair for when I can't walk.
Yeah.
And around the house generally, I'm all right leaning on the walls, and then I just use the stick to get across there.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm more physically disabled than I have been in my life, and it only took 4 weeks or so to do this to me. Which is why I'm livid, because I worked so hard at rehab, and my spine is use it or lose it.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't keep getting up and pushing myself to walk,
They're just going to get worse.
I won't be able to get up one day.
Okay. What happened to the caravan in Cornwall then? Was you just renting that, or
No,
is it yours?
no. My mum bought it, and the plan was I was covering the entire payment while I was renting it, and then we would split the payment half and half afterwards because I was on a great salary.
Yeah.
But I got made redundant. So I wasn't able to afford the caravan payment, the whole payment, whilst I was living in it, and I've had to strip down pallets and make planters to get money to pay rent and buy food for the last few months. But But Mum's retired and only works 1 day a week, so she couldn't afford it either, not without me.
Yeah.
Now, we think we found a solution for that because we couldn't even sell it because we owe more on it than it's worth, because we had to get it adapted for me. So my brother's chipping in, and I'm going to be moving it around, and friends and family are going to rent it, and it's going to work, it'll be fine. But I can't afford to live in it anymore because I don't have access to benefits. I've been sanctioned because I couldn't get support to sort out my benefits. I have no housing costs. That housing cost you talked about, no one's contacted me to sort out how I'm going to pay it. That one for the gas and the water, I'm very worried because, especially with the sanctions, I did set aside that money each week like I promised, but I've had to use it to buy food because it's so expensive to buy cooked prepared meals.
Which is going to be my next question, Marie. If we do find you an accessible room, how are you going to eat, etc.?
Well, I just said I haven't been. I mean, I had a much yesterday, so I'll have to just carry on doing that. If there's an accessible kitchen, I can cook in it, no problem. I don't actually have any money now until I've got maybe 10 quid until I get paid. What's next? PIP. I think it's PIP. Hopefully Thursday. So I've got cheese as well, and I've got crackers. So that's what I'm on until I get paid, basically. And then I've got a tenner to buy smoothies because it's a really easy way of getting nutrition without having to prepare anything.
We've just been up to the leisure centre. You don't need to ask to use the toilet, you just go in and use their toilet.
Amazing, thank
They're
you.
alright with that.
That's brilliant.
If you want to use their showers, all you have to do is take proof that you're resident in Sandwell and your PIP award, and then they'll
paperwork. I haven't had support for paperwork in so long that I haven't had access to my post because the PIP stuff all still goes bungalow as far as I know. I don't. That's where I keep it in boundaries. That's why I can't sort my Motability car out or do a bunch of things that aren't related to Sandwell. Without the support from Sandwell to get things like benefits in place and sort out my debts and things like that, I can't budget to have bills. I mean, I don't have internet. I don't even have a TV because I can't sort out a TV license. I've got well, you can see what I'm trying to do with the internet there. There's SIM cards in those devices and every one of them's got a crap signal. It took me 16 hours to upload that video yesterday. So I'm destitute. I'm in an awful lot of pain, and I'm open to honestly any solutions that will enable a reduction in pain and a lack of preventable falls whilst I'm trying to meet my basic needs. That's it. That's all I'm asking.
Alright, I'll go and ask the question about kind of like travel lodge and the likes.
Thank you.
Are you able to get there if we can book one?
That thing can drag me. I mean, I'm charging it right now, so I should have a good 10-mile range on it. Less than 2 would be better for my back.
I was going to say,
I'll keep it
local if we can do it. The thing is, with the
not working there then?
I can't drive my car. Because I can't have carers. My friends help me out on an ad hoc basis, but not all of them understand the challenges of a spinal cord injury. So some lovely friends helped me pack up the last of my bits at Cornwall, but it was my tools and they threw them on top of my laundry. So I haven't been able to do laundry because I can't move the tools, and trying to get someone to help me to sort the car out so I can drive it when I can't even meet my basic needs just hasn't been a priority. I mean, if I can't eat, drink and go to the toilet without risking a fall, I'm certainly not going to be driving anywhere anyway. So no, I don't. My vehicle is not, and I need to wait until the bungalow is available so that I can leave my trailer on it, and then the plan is that I'll park my car across the end of the drive so it looks safe, trailer's safe, and I'm not. But obviously I can't do that while there weren't any of the drivers.
No, I'm going to have a word with the asset management, say they're getting on doing the kitchen. at the bungalow.
I won't be able to go back to the bungalow until there's a ramp in the back garden or some sort of mitigation on those stairs, because I had so many concussions when I was living at the bungalow during those 3.5 years that I think in total I missed a month off work purely through being hospitalised through concussions or food poisoning because the carers weren't given enough time to cook for me. So I'm really grateful that the kitchen is being addressed, but unless the ramp is, unless there's a ramp or the garden is levelled, how am I supposed to maintain it as per my tenancy agreement? Yeah? Like, the only way I would be able to maintain it is to pay for a gardener for the rest of my life, which doesn't seem fair if I'm paying rent on a property, and also just not being able to access half the garden I'm paying rent on. When I lived at Tipton, I couldn't access the communal gardens there. This is a result of trying to access the communal gardens in Tipton. Getting outside is all I need in the world to be happy. Yeah, like that. Spending time with my friends and family, and sunshine, sharing my love of nature with them. What I'm gonna do, if I can, when I get back from the hospital, my friend's bringing her little boy and I'm teaching him how to code. He's making a little cartoon for her for Mother's Day. That's it. But I can't get out the store anymore, and I'm really sorry about this, by the way. So what this is, the threshold here is so tall that, see, I have when you hop the wheel over it, which is partly what she did with my back, all the banging. Now, because I was struggling to get myself in and out, like genius, I thought I'll use a tri-ride to pull me. But the wheels jammed against that, and then the tri-ride literally just stripped the vinyl. I mean, it shredded it, and I didn't. But I can't. I mean, I get a breach of tenancy for putting a fire door on the landing office council, so I can't afford to pay for it because my benefits have been sanctioned. I can't afford food. I'm really sorry.
No,
We've asked the came in the office this morning and requested to see whether we could get some nappies.
The incontinence service people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jackie, she looked into it, but you have to request your doctor to make a referral to the district nurse for the continence assessment.
I
If
spoke
you want,
to 111 about that.
Okay.
I'm trying to sort out the GP stuff. It's the forms and the address that's a problem.
I mean, I'm having to make a phone call with you on your behalf to the GP so then you can.
That's brilliant. Yes, please, because that if we can just set up an appointment, I can take it on my own once I'm face to face. It's phones and emails do my head in because I'm not as good.
Do you know who?
Effective on it.
Have you got the contact details for your doctor? Do you know the?
Well, at the moment, I'm still registered in Cornwall because I haven't been able to access support with life admin to get anything up here.
not sure if I'm honest whether they'll do referral to a GP in Sandwell.
I'll carry on trying to look into that separately.
Sure,
Yeah, if
sure.
we keep the priorities today.
If you get to the same with it, if you need our help with doing that,
Thank you.
please show
It's just that you would have to be here so we could.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally just that.
It's
If
just
we
that.
can just set off these,
You know, like we did when we
face-to-face.
set up.
Yeah.
the OVO thing, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then I'm pretty sure it's this. Oh yes, please. I'm pretty sure it's this Thursday that I get my PIP.
Okay.
So if we can sort out that gas water
Yeah.
charge,
Mhm.
I will have enough. I should have enough Thursday to get caught up to date now.
Do you just want to do an online payment? Is that what you want?
Yeah, I
to
can do.
Yeah.
I've got Monzo, so I can. If there's a link that comes through, or if I've got a backs info, I can just. Zap it.
Or if you come, just pop into the office. I'll be there on Thursday. And then your phone, I can show you how to do it. Have you got a My Sandwell account? I mean, it's really easy to do.
I think. Yeah, that's
To
the
be
one
fair.
where I can check council tax.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But internet.
Yeah.
I have 40 gig a month. So
So just to be clear, Maria, you're asking us to provide a hotel room, an accessible
I mean,
room.
I'm happy to go to a Selmore property if you have one that's wheelchair accessible.
Not right here,
but
right
if
now.
not, then a hotel room, a hostel even, anywhere that has
The problem as
some
well
sort of wheelchair accessible.
is that would be void, so you'd have no furniture, no cooking.
If it's a different property.
Gotcha, right, yeah.
If it's a
So
detached
yeah, it's definitely
house,
somewhere
so-
with a bed.
Yeah.
And a bed and a bathroom, and as long as I can pee and shower and use the toilet without risking a fall, and then I can go like Greggs or Tesco and get one of those £3 lunches with a drink, and that does me for a day. That would be a lot better than this, because I am really struggling to
Okay. Let me go and ask the question.
thank you.
All right.
No,
Okay. Because there will be, I mean, obviously, we did this provision
Yeah.
at the request of the locals, so.
And I appreciate that the fact that I set fire to the bungalow means that my options are really limited. I'm not arguing against that. I'm
Yeah.
happy to stay here. Well, I'm not happy to stay here, but I'm willing to stay here knowing that that's on me. But I do need to be safe in the space. And this
Is there anything else we can do here that will make you safer here? I mean, I know we kind of got the table to try and assist you with field prep.
Literally, there's two little plastic things that workmen could install there in 10 minutes flat that would let my wheels just go
A
out.
little,
more or less.
like a portable ramp.
Yeah, and I'd be able to, well, it's not even a portable ramp, there's just these little
Yeah,
strips
They're
of
called
plastic. Or like door
portable.
strips, or, but anything, because,
I think we
At
sometimes
this
have them
point-
installed, you see.
well, at this point, I'm struggling to get out that door, and I can't open that.
No, that's not.
It's very
The,
heavy. That's why
the
I was
emergency port in the bathroom is cut by the ceiling, so I
Yeah.
got stuck in there Friday. I'm on the phone to crisis team, trying to calm myself down, and they're telling me, like, can you not pull the pull cord?
No,
And
because
then I looked
it's not,
around, and
it's not managed by community alarms here anymore, Marie.
Okay.
So they wouldn't necessarily, unless you've got that facility with them,
I don't.
then they wouldn't respond to that anyway.
So my concern and what's been keeping me up at night is that, do you remember the day after I got here, the fire service came?
Yeah.
And they did that peep, and they told me if the alarms go off, I'm to sit tight just there and wait for them, not to try and get out, which especially given how hard it is to get across the grass, I was grateful for. But then 2 o'clock one night, all the fire alarms went off, there were flashing lights outside, loads of people out there. So I got in my chair and I went and sat there, and I kept going back to the window. Well, it doesn't seem to be a drill, everyone's out there, and no one came for me. And
I think what it was.
And I have reported that several times, but nothing has been communicated about
I
what
think
went
there
wrong,
was
and I've been
there was a
terrified.
leak in one of the rooms
Mhm.
upstairs,
Yeah.
which went quite badly right through to the room underneath, and it set the alarms off.
Okay, so
If it was a few weeks ago, that would be the one.
yeah, so I appreciate that
But the fact,
it wasn't an emergency. I mean, I did, if I'd have smelled smoke, I would have
Yeah.
risked going out there.
Yeah.
But my concern is that I'm not capable of getting out there at the moment, and I can't get out there, and I can't be sure that the fire service will remember me because they didn't that night. So you can imagine that's been keeping me up.
Yeah.
Hence, if there is any kind of hotel room, I know that it's a big ask, but
How about if we do that while we sort out the solution there?
that'd be great.
All right,
yeah,
let me
thank
see
you.
what I can do. Let me see what I can do.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm 250. I'm gonna try and get some. I'm gonna lie down for a little while, sort my back
Okay.
out. I'll be about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Split dress, get a bag of clean clothes together, and I'd say maybe 3:30. I'll leave if it's alright. I'll go from here. I'll pop to shower, and then I'll head up to the hospital. So I won't be back till God knows when. So for today,
Leave it for today.
Um,
Be alright for tonight.
yeah, I'll be alright
Okay.
for tonight because I
Because
can
we're
eat while
not on
I'm out.
site tomorrow, Marie, so
What?
we're not on
You're
site
not, okay.
tomorrow, are we? So, would you answer the phone if I called you?
Yeah,
It could come up as a private
I
number.
always answer it if I can. The
Okay.
problem is the signal drops if I go in the park.
Yeah.
That's what I was worried because
Yeah.
my mobile phone has got a multi-network SIM because I've been on campsites.
Yeah.
So it's pay as you go and it automatically connects to any one of the big four. It's not just one network.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
they all drop in that bathroom, every single one of them.
Yeah.
So
It honestly doesn't matter. Like, I mean, there's another 2 SIMs over there trying to solve the problem on separate networks from those even, and it's still
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
yeah, just safety.
Well, if I can't get hold of you, I'll literally come and knock the door.
Thank
So,
you.
alright, check. Okay?
Thank
Right.
you. Do you mind if I don't?
No, we'll sort out stuff. You take care. Alright, Marie.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.